This is a bit of a comparison video between the Ryobi P717 LED spotlight and the older P716 xenon metal halide spotlight. They call it a xenon spotlight, but it's really xenon metal halide of the type used in HID quote-unquote car headlights. Overall, for things where you just need a few seconds of light, the LED version is better because instant light up time, whereas this takes about a minute or so to reach full brightness. And this also has a dim setting, so you have full brightness and then intermediate brightness, where it's PWMing the LEDs at a few hundred cycles per second. Actually, I haven't had a chance to be inside the guts of this yet, but it seems like a fairly typical constant current driver. Now, the dim setting on the LED is about the same as the metal halide one when it's first turned on, and of course this one comes up to full brightness, which is comparable to this, in about a minute or so, as previously stated. Now, the light is a bit kind of a slightly yellower, or yellowy greenish relative to this. If you've seen any modern, cool white LED, you've seen, basically the light that this produces. Now, this does have a wider hot spot in the center of the beam. If I had a better camera and means of editing video, I would do a demonstration of that, but I'll probably do a better video than this at some point. But overall, yeah, this is better for things where you just need light for a few seconds at a time, or at a time. This, because there's no openings in the case for heat sinking, since this, needs it for the heatsink for the LEDs. This is a bit better in things where you've got light rain, whereas this, water can get into all the shrivelly bits inside the light and grunk things. But overall, definitely these, if you can get them on sale, they're still perfectly good, though. These I got about 4 years ago for, I think, $40 right after they reduced the price. This one was $50. Now, one trick, though, is that these are both in the store under the same inventory number. And so it's kind of a bit of a, shady thing. Also, when I got this was the only one in the store, and it was behind several of these. And, of course, I already have 2 of these, so I don't need another one. But this one, I possibly might get another one, given how performance so far. Also, another useful thing about this is that in the battery, I guess, attachment point, there's a barrel connector, and it comes with a barrel connector to cigarette lighter cord, so that you can also use this as an automotive spotlight, or as well as off of 12-volt jump boxes and the like. But yeah, overall this is so far fairly decent light. Also, it has a hanger thing right there for a belt loop or carry strap or something. This one does not have that feature. But yeah, recommended for especially anything where, unlike with this, because warm-up time, also every start time, or every time the lamp is started, that is wear on it, because again, it is a discharge light. And having looked, it's kind of hard to find replacement H3 base type xenon metal halide lamps. So I suppose one alternative could be replacing it with something like an H3 halogen, but the problem is that they don't make 18-volt ones as a standard thing. And because this is a replacement, what it refers to the 8 times brighter, there was a halogen version of this years and years ago, long since discontinued, and possibly a good chunk of that is simply because the 18-volt lamps that it would have had to have used were a custom thing. A custom run of them was done for those lights, or they were a custom part for some, almost certainly Chinese lamp manufacturer, and of course getting a hold of replacements. Either that or just modding in, an LED module or something. But should the need to do that ever comes up, I will do a video on repairing it, should it so require, because inside here it's just a fairly standard, no-name Chinese 12-volt, 24-volt universal potential automotive halide headlight ballast, which is also why the thing runs on 18 volts, because it's right in the middle of the operating range.